Good morning, everybody. We are back out here trash picking once again. It has been quite a while since I've gotten one of these out, and I do apologize, but we are back with our first find, and this nice IKEA cabinet. This will go good in somebody's kitchen, so we'll take this, throw it in the van, and hopefully we can continue on and find some stuff. I'll explain where I've been, but nonetheless, the trash picking continues. I can't tell what this is. It's actually a desk, which is pretty cool. See how this kind of flips down. So it's kind of, maybe an entryway table type, and you flip it up, and you can use it as kind of a desk. I remember I had one of these, or my mom had one of these growing up in the front, so it's kind of bringing back some memories. It's definitely got this, like, I guarantee before they put this out, this was brown like this was, but like the finish is coming off. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I guess I can't guarantee it. I think up here, definitely. The way the moisture, when you put stuff outside and then it gets the moisture on it, a lot of times like the finish starts to come up and do this. This will dry, but I think it's a pretty cool piece overall. I think I will throw that in the van. Then we got a storage drawer laying down right here. It's a gold storage drawer of all things, so we'll take that too. Some crates here. Looks like maybe they're clearing up their backyard. This chicken is kind of cool. Kind of neat, and then not sure what this is. Bunch of flowers, but the main reason I stopped was to check out these crates. They are kind of coming apart there, so, and this one's missing a whole thing, so I don't think we're going to be grabbing these. And as for the garden stuff, looks like we got another chicken down there. And this stuff kind of all smells like mouse urine, so it probably was in their shed. I know that smell all too well. My grandmother had a shed, and mice got in there for years, and then when we cleared it out when she passed, man, everything reeked. So we're gonna pass on all that stuff. This is like an oversized end table. You could almost use it as a dresser. All the drawers work pretty good. This one, unfortunately, has got a ton of hair, which is just kind of gross. But I'll still throw this guy in the van. And over here, we got a suitcase and a broken up bed that probably matched the end table at one point. Either way, we will throw that in the van. These are always good if they are in good condition. These cube shelves, and this one doesn't appear to be all too bad, so we'll throw this guy in the van. We got a bookshelf here. When I first walked up on it, I saw, those marks on there, and I thought maybe it had a little bit of water damage, but I really don't think that's the case. It appears to just, have a little bit of wear, but I don't think this is honestly like the most popular style for other people, but I do like these curved edges. I'm not sure exactly what you call that style. The back's popping out a little bit, but that can easily be put back in. Just tap that in with a hammer. So we'll throw this in the van. Got one of these plastic benches. These are nice, offer some nice storage and a place to sit. Yeah, it's a little dirty, but overall I don't see any cracks. Now, I have been bit before on these, and you miss one crack and then you have pretty much a pile of plastic. But this one honestly looks pretty solid. Somebody can just clean that up and throw it in their backyard, and it'll be good for them. Last week I got a statue, which is probably in the same video. But this week we have a pretty cool bin right there, number 5. Probably came out of a huge drawer system at some point, maybe. There's at least 4 more of them, probably. And let's see what this is. It's like a ladder. Huh, that's pretty interesting, whatever it is. I'll take that along. And we'll figure out what it is later. But then, really what I'm looking at here is we got this cool barrel. Which with Halloween coming up, that could definitely have some value. So we'll take that as well. And then what's this? This is like a tool bucket. Husky tool bucket. I think it's just a regular old bucket that it's on. But I don't see why that still wouldn't have a little bit of value, even if it's $5 or $10. So, a little decent stop here. Kind of curious what that feels like. Styrofoam. But a little decent stop here. Notice that there was some writing on this box. Let's see what it said. Looks like someone's name, to be honest, but there's actually like nothing in it for the most part. And other than that, I don't think there's really anything of value there. This is kind of an interesting table, or actually I think it's a bed. But nothing really here for us. This might be a decent little bench here, but it's not going to be because the pleather is peeling significantly. But if it wasn't, that would actually have been a really nice thing to put, you know, at the end of your bed or even at the front of your house to put your shoes on in the morning. Here is another ottoman. I'm not so sure I'm going to take that, but the main thing that I stopped for was this corner shelf. It looks like the top might have got rained on. I think it rained yesterday, so I don't know if maybe they were keeping it outside. But overall, I don't think it's too bad, so we'll dry that top off and throw it in the van. This looks like a fairy or an angel, maybe. Either way, these concrete statues are not cheap in the store. So that's definitely going to be coming with us. And then down there we have some sawhorses, and as long as those are in decent shape, I'll bust them up and see if they stand. We'll definitely take those because those usually are pretty popular on Facebook Marketplace. All right, this is something cool to at least check out. It's a Chicago Cubs, what almost looks like a vending machine. Chicago Cubs skybox. You got 3 buttons. How does this open up? Let's check this out inside. It's got the key. The question would be, it's kind of hard to open because it's on the grass, but the question would be, does it work? Because if it works, then that's pretty sweet. The cord is cut, or it was hardwired in at some point. This might be something to take a risk on. I mean, it could not work, but it's probably a lot of plastic, but I'm sure it could still be scrapped. At least the motor in there. I've had a couple vending machines, or actually like Coca-Cola refrigerators. I've never had an actual vending machine, but this is pretty sweet. We've got a creeper here, Craftsman. It was formerly Wayne Martin's. It's got a few rips, and then I don't think this is the original padding on the side here. But, and then always sad to see people's trophies getting tossed out. But I think that this probably could still be used for somebody, even just $5. Put some duct tape on there. It's definitely still got some life in it. All right, everybody, that's going to do it here for me today. That was probably 2 or 3 weeks worth of trash picking clips. I'm going to get back into the YouTube. I had a couple problems with the van, and it was in the shop for a while. and my daughter's birthday, my mother-in-law's birthday. There was a lot of stuff going on that just kind of, even when I was trash picking, I wasn't always pulling out my camera because I was kind of always on a time crunch or always trying to fit it in, always kind of a little bit tired, to be honest with you. But those times are over. We're gonna continue on into the fall, and me and Ella here are gonna continue trash picking and making these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Shouldn't be a very long wait. I should have one out by the end of the week. You guys have a great one.